The Galeon 500 Fly has been one of the most popular models in the company's fleet, but now a good thing has gotten even better. Let's do a detailed inspection of the boat's features. Let's start at the epicenter of entertaining on this boat, which is the rotating transom bench seat and table combination. The seat and table can face aft to watch kids swimming or at anchor for cocktails at sunset.
When the seat is in the forward-facing position, Galeon has hidden a grill under here. Maybe you just caught a fish. It's a perfect spot to throw it on for some fresh seafood. The surprise is underneath. There's actually a tender garage. Now, under here, it appears you can fit a decent-sized tender, or maybe you're into water sports. Great spot for, let's say, a sea bob, hookah rigs, kayaks, paddleboards, whatever you need. A lot of space for all your good times down here. The swim platform is hydraulic actuated, so it can obviously drop down into the water. It's about 5 foot deep by a little over 14 foot wide. That is a lot of room for, let's say you're enjoying water sports, coming in and out of the water. Fantastic place for that. It's gonna be a hit when you're at anchor. Couple that with this flip around seating, and this is gonna be the spot. Something else notable to mention is the teak work on this boat. Now, not only throughout, but especially here on this swim platform, it really shines. We see the Galeon yachts, which is inlaid into the teak, and then how it rolls over with the bull nose and continues around the outside. Absolutely beautiful. I do like the way that they design these steps. They just seamlessly disappear into this platform in the up position. Coming up from the swim platform, there's a boarding gate, but also a hot and cold freshwater rinse, which is handy to get all that salt water off of you. We notice the stainless steel hardware, the cleat and the fairleads. These are all made in-house by Galeon. The primary cockpit is about 6.5 foot by 12 foot wide, which is a pretty good size whenever the aft seating is facing forward. There's also steps leading up to the fly bridge with a large storage cabinet underneath. And overhead, you have the hardtop with some accent lighting and good fit and finish, little design touches up here. You can see on the side, we have twin balconies. These balconies are about 15 foot long by 3 foot wide. So that's gonna add about 45 square foot each to your cockpit space and just your enjoying space. There's glass in the floor so you can see the water down below, but something else, they actually put some non-skid squares on here so that you're not gonna be slipping and sliding all around. And I also wanna mention that there are receptacles for safety poles along the perimeter.
I also want to mention that the boat has underwater lights out the sides. With them on, the lights will provide an extra level of ambiance when looking through the glass floors and down into the water.
As we come back up and a little bit farther inboard, this window, which opens up to the galley, provides us with a bench seat to enjoy things out here, but this can also be flipped down and converted into a large sunbed. Over here is an identical balcony, but what makes this side special is it's right beside the galley. So they've turned this into a bar area. This is a great design feature that really levels up the entertainment value of this boat. Whoever's in the galley playing bartender is gonna have a lot of space. There's about 7.5 feet of countertop space to my left and right. And then something I noticed as I pan across with my tape measure, there's actually a magnet underneath the countertop here. And I thought to myself, well, why is that? Well, whenever this is folded down, that magnet will secure this and stop it from rattling. That is a fantastic detail that Galeon has thought about. Let's go see what the fly bridge is all about. If by chance you run out of space entertaining guests down below on the main deck, you can move the party up here. This table here will actually fold out and double in size to create a good place maybe for a good sunset dinner. This would be a fantastic place for that. Or maybe the sun's out midday, we're protected by this large hardtop, and we even have accent lighting throughout and speakers above. There is a small summer kitchen to keep the guests happy. It's complete with storage underneath, a small sink, an electric grill, ice maker, and a pull-out refrigerator. And the seating continues forward alongside so that your passengers can enjoy the views while underway with you. And there's even a large sun pad all the way forward for multiple guests. Let's go up and see what the bow has to offer. This seating at the bow has a couple interesting things about it. Well, first off, this is more than just a sun pad. You notice there's backs. People can actually not only lay down here and sun, but you can actually sit around and enjoy yourself. And there's a pedestal table that will go in the center, so you can maybe come up here, enjoy some evening cocktails or something like that. But when it's time to get the boat underway, these backrests fold down into these storage compartments below. As you enter into the salon, there's a tri-sliding door here to really open things up and make this one general area. We already know that there's ample counter space in this galley, which is always a welcome sight. But Galeon also didn't overlook storage. Plenty of storage overhead. Down below, a fridge and drawer storage, under sink storage, convection oven with an additional drawer and another refrigerator. Also a double sink complete with cutting board and a induction cooktop. A few other classy touches that Galeon made is this elevated serving platform, and then above, the lighting is actually inlaid into the cabinetry as well as the range vent. It's inlaid as well, and it just fits in there seamlessly. Opposite of the galley is a bench seat with drawer storage underneath. And just forward is a media console, which is right beside the hidden flat screen TV. Ceiling height in the galley area is 6'6", and then 2 short steps bring you up into the salon where the ceiling height is 6 foot 10 inches, which is pretty good. There's 2 things this area is not short on. That's the panoramic views and seating. You can easily and very comfortably seat 8 people, and if you're in need of another berth, this table will lower down to create another large bed. The seating continues along the starboard side with this short bench seat. The bottoms of these are separate, so they can be pulled out and put into place for your salon table, but there's also storage underneath. There's certainly a lot of seating in this salon, but if you need a little bit more, this helm seat can actually rotate 90 degrees and more can join the party.
This seat is also on a power actuator, so it lowers to be even or raises for an elevated seating position while driving.
Let's go down below and check out this 3-cabin, 2-head layout. All the way forward is the VIP cabin. And the first thing that I noticed when coming in here is that almost all of the cabinet surfaces have storage behind it. From all the way forward at the headboard, above the bed, in the overhead, in the sides, there's 2 large storage drawers underneath the bed, and then as we move further back, a large closet. Now something else to notice is just the fit and finish in here. I mean, look at the accents up here along the headboard, the different really elegant upholsteries, and the accent lighting kind of back there behind it. I really like that. In both port and starboard, at the head of the bed are 110 outlets and a USB, but also there is a control for the air conditioning in here, and that is in each cabin. All 3 cabins have their own controls. There's also a makeup vanity on the port side. You have an emergency hatch all the way forward, which is an important thing to consider, and then more skylights above with blinds. And then both port and starboard are long hull side windows. For this not to be the master head, I was a little surprised when I came in here and noticed just how large this shower is. They really dedicated a lot of space to that. But then, not only just the space, but the fit and finish in here. I mean, the nice stonework, the high-end fixtures, I mean, this really sets off an elegant vibe. There's also a porcelain head vessel sink with storage both overhead and below. And look at this large hull side window. And it even has a ventilation port. The starboard cabin has a pair of bunks. This is a great place for crew or kids, but they didn't skimp out on the storage. There's still plenty overhead and a nice big hanging locker.
Across from the starboard bunks is the day head.
This has another generously sized walk-in shower, complete with those same elegant stonework and premium fixtures. Now, another large hull side window gives light to this really open and airy space, I'd say for a head, with another vessel sink, storage underneath, and 2 storage compartments above. There's 2 steps down as you enter into the master cabin. This is a full beam cabin with 6'2" of headroom. Now the first thing I notice in here, again, is more storage, but maybe even more than that are these large hull side windows letting in more of that natural light. This really makes the boat feel large and airy. Along the starboard side is a cabinet with deep storage throughout. along with a closet. I would say this is just about a walk-in closet. And then we have a TV, and underneath you might think it's storage, but no, there's actually a washer-dryer combo under here. Along the port side is a built-in vanity with storage both sides. Now, this is a great place to sit down. Maybe it's a business trip. This will make a good little office, or for the lady in your life, good place to put on her makeup. After spending some time on the Galeon 500, it was evident that Galeon put a lot of thought, not only into the accommodations aboard, but also the entertaining aspect of this boat, because it can truly entertain a small crowd and do it within 50 foot. That's pretty good. I'm Capt with Boat Test, and that was our features walkthrough of Galeon's 500 Fly. And remember, life's better on a boat.